If you've been watching the latest videos, you'll be kind of acquainted with this view, the occasional dog walking through the background. Today we're going to give an in-depth tour of the shop.
Captain Bob, he's my best friend and he should be yours too.
I like to make these videos every January to see how my shop has kind of been progressing, how it's changed. And it's really fun to go back, reflect on what's changed and how much the process of everything has grown. I make these not to brag about all the cool stuff that I have and how cool I am, but I think that showing like how I do it is kind of really helpful for some people to maybe get some tips, maybe steal some life hacks, and go from there. As you come in, there are these glass doors that show a lot of our house, but you immediately see the desk area. Over here, there is a screen for any CAD stuff I do, and right now I'm listening to a lot of 80s music. I have a microphone that just swings in, and I mount the camera right there. I try to have wireless everything so I don't have to worry about cable snagging. I can move everything easily. And one thing I've implemented is a to-do list that's only 3 items long. This time it had to be 4 because I did one of the others another day. I have always scrap paper. Scrap paper has been very important to me. And then I have all of my airplanes right here and a World War II instrument, or Cold War era instrument right there. I think it's like a course deviation indicator type instrument. Then I have another one right here. There's some plants. This is Perry the cactus, Perry the platypus. A turn coordinator here. I have a turn coordinator over here. And a genuine Cessna 172 tachometer, as well as a, I think, Piper pitot tube. Here's the hat for him. You look very dapper. I have this fan because this heats up with the beautiful windows. And then I have an editing device that helps me edit super quickly. I have the altimeter motives panels, so I can quickly just throw them on if I want to go flying. And a hot glue gun mounted with my own mount, and it screws right onto this screw right here. Okay, coming down from here, we have the soldering iron on top, helping hands, wire, so it's all in a similar spot. We have spaces for all of these assortments. I really find these helpful because I can just buy one and it carries everything. And then big assortment for my screws, and then another one for my electronics. I have some drawers. This is all just electronic stuff that I'm going to get to eventually. Here's some cables. Here's some stuff for products. And here are my tools. So it's all laid out in this foam, and that just makes it super easy to see what tools I have and what I don't. Some of them aren't laid out. Some of them are more organized than others. But I really think having a fairly organized tray is really important. We have a corner with all the messy Wi-Fi stuff. And then if we go over to the Ultra Fun Simulator workbench, I did an entire video on this, but the highlights are that this flips down. There's pegboard over here, and it just sits on top of my Cessna 172 simulator. Some fun updates with the 172 simulator are the radio stack, the pedestal, and the yoke broke off. That's an unupdate, I'd say. I also just installed a few of these. Pop out and you can push back in. Over here, I have all of my, okay, not all, like a good quarter of my inventory. But this is really nice because I can just grab my standardized pieces and then use those whenever needed. And it's fun to just visually see it all. I keep all of my packaging, so here's a bunch of bubble wrap, and I use that to ship out parts to people. I have boxes over here, and I try to reuse as much as I can because it's sustainable, cheaper, and recyclable. I even keep these bubble mailers. There's stuff for my dorm right there, and even more stuff that'll go under the bed. Because I'm moving out, everything has to be in here. for me to know how much I have and how much I can take to college. I have a pair of rollerblades and a trumpet. And then over here, I just implemented these little signs that cover up the invoices, so I'm good to film them. You don't have any information, except one. Actually, if we come under the desk, there's a rat's nest of wires. Usually it's prettier. It's actually fairly all right. It's just, yeah. But it all goes up to the computer, and I can type fancy stuff. There's the computer right here, a recycling bin, and this desk right here. This desk has 2 printers. Neither of them I want in here because everyone interrupts me to print stuff. I don't even want this desk here, but to each their own. We have a complaint grenade, some RC cars because I'm still a child, the Ender 3. I'm really impressed with the clarity of printing with this Ender 3. It did this all by itself totally. But it's been a really great printer to have, and as long as you tinker with it, I think it'll last a long time. I've had mine for 3 years. Here's all of my filaments, which is kind of awesome to be able to print in more than one color. But but if you have paints, you can get away with one color. And then I try to send all my 3D printing scrap to their school because the school recycles it, or at least tries to. That's about it. I have a light on a switch over here that I have just under the desk, so that makes me feel cool. I have a printer that doesn't work very well, but I still use. And it has like shipping labels, folders, binders, everything I need at a glance. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I've kind of streamlined everything so it's quick and easy to grab everything over here.